Welcome back to AI Explained. Today we're going to take a deep dive into how immersive tech, blockchain, and AI are all converging to kind of reshape our world.
Yeah.
We're looking at a World Economic Forum article written by experts at Accenture and Pearson.
Oh, cool.
And it really gets into how all this is, you know, playing out. Ready to jump in?
Absolutely. This isn't just about the technology getting more advanced. It's about how we interact with the digital world and each other. It's like a whole nother ballgame.
Okay, so let's break it down. Convergence. What does that even mean? We're talking about spatial computing.
Right.
Things like AR and VR blockchain,
No.
secure transactions, cryptocurrencies,
Yep.
and AI all kind of merging together. What makes this convergence so significant? Why should we even care?
Well, each technology just amplifies the strengths of the others. It's fascinating. Spatial computing.
Right.
That lets us experience the digital world in 3D. Like we can step right into it.
Right.
And then you got blockchain, which brings trust and transparency to the table. Make sure that the digital interactions are secure and authentic.
Makes sense.
And then you got AI. AI is like the brains of the operation. It personalizes those experiences and makes everything work smoothly.
So it's like they each have their own superpower.
Exactly.
But how does this actually look in real life? How is it playing out beyond just a cool concept?
It's already happening. Take finance, for example.
Okay.
Imagine AI with its ability to analyze tons of data to detect fraud, and then you combine that with blockchain's record keeping.
Wow, yeah.
That could revolutionize how we protect ourselves from financial crime. It'd be a whole new level of security and accuracy.
That would be huge.
Right.
But it's not just about security, right? The article also mentioned how this could change learning and training.
Absolutely. Think about healthcare, for instance.
Okay.
AI-powered VR simulations can create these incredibly realistic training environments for medical professionals.
Wow.
They can practice complex procedures and really hone their skills in a safe space.
Right.
This leads to more effective learning and better patient outcomes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like having a flight simulator, but for surgeons.
Exactly.
But what about the tech world itself? Are developers even paying attention to this, or is it still under the radar?
Oh, developers are definitely paying attention. There's a huge surge in interest in combining spatial computing with AI. The article even showed a graph highlighting this trend.
Oh, wow.
So the tech community is recognizing the potential here and actively shaping the future.
That's exciting. Sounds like we're on the cusp of a major shift. But the article also mentioned the importance of adapting policies, regulations, and even our cultural attitudes to keep up with these advancements.
That's a really important point. We can't just focus on the tech itself. We need to think about the bigger picture, the societal implications.
Yeah.
This convergence is going to bring about some big changes, and we need to be ready to deal with them head on. Things like ethical implications, data privacy, and making sure that these technologies benefit everyone, not just a select few.
It's a reminder that technology is a tool, and it's up to us to use it wisely. Sometimes it's hard to really grasp the potential impact of all of this.
Right.
The article painted a picture of a future smart city powered by this convergence. Can you walk us through that?
Imagine a city where you can use augmented reality to actually see proposed developments before they're even built. You could be standing on your street corner and see a virtual shadow of a new building.
Wow.
Imagine voting securely and transparently using blockchain.
Uh-huh.
No more worries about fraud or manipulation.
Okay.
And picture city services that are optimized in real time by AI responding to the needs of the citizens instantly. This could make cities more efficient, sustainable, and truly citizen-centric.
That sounds amazing. Almost too good to be true.
It does, doesn't it? And that's just one example. Think about healthcare, education, transportation, and so many other areas. The potential is huge, and we're really just getting started.
It's exciting and a little bit daunting to think about all the possibilities.
Yeah, it is.
But it's clear that this convergence is a force to be reckoned with.
It really is. It really is a force to be reckoned with, and it's already making a real impact on different industries.
Yeah, that's what I found so interesting about the article, too.
Uh-huh.
It highlighted how these technologies are being used right now to solve problems.
Exactly. Like, take the challenge of making sure products are authentic.
Okay.
Luxury brands are using blockchain and AI to fight counterfeiting.
Wow.
By tracking each item on a blockchain, they create a record of its journey that can't be changed.
Interesting.
And then AI can be used to analyze patterns and spot fakes.
So it's like each product gets a digital fingerprint.
Yeah.
That can't be forged.
Right.
That could be a game changer for brands and shoppers.
Totally. It builds trust and gives people confidence in what they're buying. And it's not just for luxury goods either.
Right.
This same approach can be used for pharmaceuticals, food, even important documents to ensure their integrity.
That's really cool. It sounds like blockchain and AI are a perfect match for these kinds of issues.
Yeah.
But what about blockchain and spatial computing? Are there any interesting examples of that combo in action?
Definitely. The real estate industry is a great example.
Okay.
Imagine using augmented reality to walk through a virtual model of a property.
Oh, wow.
See how the light falls in different rooms and even picture potential renovations before they
That'd
happen?
be amazing.
And then imagine handling the entire purchase or lease securely on a blockchain platform.
Okay.
No more middlemen, less risk of fraud.
It would streamline everything and make it so much more transparent for everyone involved.
Absolutely. You get the immersive experience of spatial computing and the security and efficiency of blockchain. It's the best of both worlds.
It really is. But what happens when we think bigger than just individual cases? How can this convergence change entire systems?
That's where things get really interesting. The idea of a smart city that we talked about earlier is a perfect example.
Right.
Imagine every aspect of city life connected and optimized by this tech.
Can you give us a more detailed picture?
Sure. Let's start with transportation.
Yeah.
Think about self-driving cars guided by AI and communicating over a secure blockchain network.
Yeah.
They could navigate the city so efficiently, reducing traffic and emission.
Wow.
And then you've got smart traffic lights that change their timing based on real-time traffic data.
That would be amazing.
It would create such a seamless and sustainable system.
It sounds like a symphony of technology. But what about other parts of city life? How could this affect things like energy or waste management?
Imagine buildings with sensors that monitor energy use in real time,
Okay.
adjusting lighting and temperature based on who's there and the weather outside.
Interesting.
And any extra energy from renewable sources like solar panels could be traded between buildings on a local energy grid powered by blockchain.
So it's all about creating a more interconnected and responsive environment?
Exactly. But we can't forget about the people. How do we make sure everyone benefits from these advancements, not just a select few?
That's so important.
We have to be aware of things like data privacy, algorithmic bias, and making sure everyone has access to these technologies.
Right. It has to be inclusive.
We need to make sure these systems are designed that way so everyone benefits.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about using technology to empower people, not to create more division.
Exactly. But it sounds incredibly complex. Are there any roadblocks that we need to address to make this vision a reality?
Yeah. Are there any challenges?
Of course, every new technology has its challenges. One of the biggest is making sure these different technologies can work together smoothly.
Right. Like building a house.
Exactly. All the parts need to fit together. And then there's the issue of scale.
Uh-huh.
These technologies need to be able to handle huge amounts of data and transactions that a truly connected world will create.
That's a lot to handle.
We're talking about billions of devices and interactions all happening at the same time.
How can we even manage that level of complexity?
Luckily, there are brilliant people already working on solutions. Advancements in things like distributed computing and edge computing are helping with these scalability issues.
Can you explain those a bit? What are they and how do they help?
Sure. So think of distributed computing like breaking down a big task into smaller parts.
Okay.
Multiple computers can work on those parts at the same time. It's like teamwork instead of one person doing everything.
Makes sense.
And edge computing brings the processing power closer to where the data is coming from.
Okay.
Instead of sending all the data to a central server, processing happens at the edge closer to the devices.
Right.
This reduces delays, improves response times, and makes the system more resilient.
So it's about finding creative ways to handle all that data and processing power.
Exactly. But even with all this amazing tech, we can't forget about the human side of things, right?
Right.
As these technologies get more sophisticated, we need to make sure people know how to use them effectively and ethically. We need education and training programs that help people understand these technologies and their potential impact.
It's about empowering people to make informed decisions and be active participants in shaping the future.
I agree. And that's one of the things that excites me most about this. It's not just about the tech, it's about human potential, giving people the tools to create a better world.
Speaking of a better world, let's go back to that vision of a future smart city.
Okay.
I'm still fascinated by the idea of using this tech to create a more efficient, sustainable, and fair urban environment.
It's a powerful vision, isn't it? Imagine a city where technology is seamlessly integrated into everyday life, making things better and helping us connect with our communities.
I love that. Imagine a city where we can use AR to see and give feedback on new developments, making sure they fit what the community wants and needs, and a city where we can vote securely and transparently on blockchain platforms, giving everyone a say in shaping the city's future.
And a city where AI helps make city services better, from transportation to waste management, making everything more efficient and responsive.
And of course, a city where data is used responsibly and ethically to make life better for everyone, not just a select few.
Exactly. It's a vision that pushes us to think big and imagine what's possible with this convergence. It reminds us that we create the future together. It's not set in stone.
It's inspiring.
It's true, we've only just scratched the surface, but I think we've got a good grasp of the main ideas and the potential impact.
When we talk about how important it is that we're actively involved in all of this,
Yeah.
not just watching these technologies grow, but actually shaping how they develop and making sure they're used for good.
Exactly. It's about realizing we all have a part to play in creating the future, and I think that future is really bright.
I agree. But as we go forward, what are some of the things we need to keep in mind to make sure this convergence benefits everyone?
I think one of the most important things is to build a culture of responsible innovation. Thinking critically about the potential consequences of these technologies, both good and bad.
Yeah, and having open and honest discussions about the ethics of it all.
Absolutely.
And transparency is key too, right? The more we understand how these technologies work and how they're being used, the better we can spot potential problems and advocate for responsible development.
Definitely. And education goes hand in hand with that. We need to make sure people have the knowledge and skills to handle this increasingly complex tech world.
It's about giving people the power to be informed and make good decisions, to be active participants in shaping the future.
Exactly. And that's one of the most exciting things about this convergence. It's not just about tech. It's about what humans can do. It's about giving people the tools to make the world a better place.
Speaking of a better world, let's revisit that vision of a future smart city.
Okay.
I'm still amazed by the idea of using all this tech to create a more efficient, sustainable, and equitable city.
It's an amazing vision, isn't it? A city where tech is woven into everyday life, making things better and helping us connect with our communities.
I love it. Imagine using AR to actually see and give feedback on proposed projects.
Right.
That way we can make sure they match what the community wants and needs. And imagine voting securely and transparently using blockchain platforms, giving everyone a voice and shaping the city.
And imagine AI optimizing city services, everything from transportation to waste management, making it all more efficient and responsive to what residents need.
And let's not forget about data being used responsibly and ethically to make life better for everyone, not just a select few.
Absolutely. It's a vision that pushes us to think big and boldly about what this convergence can do. It reminds us that we build the future together. It's not predetermined.
It's inspiring. It really is. We've covered a lot of ground today. We looked at the why and the how of this incredible convergence and even glimpsed into a potential future shaped by its possibilities.
We saw how it's already affecting industries, creating new opportunities, and making us rethink old ways of doing things.
And most importantly, we highlighted that this is all about people. It's our responsibility to guide these technologies towards a future that benefits all of humanity.
I'm so excited to see what happens as these technologies keep evolving and coming together.
Me too. It's a future full of potential, and it's up to all of us to shape it responsibly and creatively. If you want to learn more, be sure to check out that World Economic Forum article we've been talking about. You can find a link in the show notes.
And to everyone listening, stay curious, keep talking about these things, and be active in shaping this exciting future. Who knows, maybe you'll be the one to create the next groundbreaking application of this convergence.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI and emerging technologies. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more insightful discussions on the future of tech. Until next time, keep exploring.